Hi, this is gonna be an encouraging message from Jesus. Um, I could share it as a testimony, but nowadays I really feel like rather including you in that hearing. So I hope that you will receive something similar than what I heard from Jesus at some hard, clouded moments. So if you have the best time of your life, this video probably won't speak to you that much. And I'm super happy for that. So I have so many videos that have much higher perspectives than this one. But now I'm gonna talk to someone who is having a hard time. And the last couple of weeks I was there too. Man, everything was just feeling like darker and darker for a while, and yes, so it can happen, and there's so many voices that can discourage us in these times. Like, it's not just the facts, like not just the things that happen to us that are discouraging, but the voices that interpret it, like all those accusing thoughts. Um, so I don't want to talk too much about it. I would rather listen to Jesus instead. So just get comfortable. Stop fleeing from me. Stop fleeing from my peace. You are at the best possible spot. Yes, you heard it right. You are at a good place. You don't have to hurry up, and you don't have to try to find solutions and be busy about it. Just stay. You are on the right path. All the hardships you are facing, all the things that feel heavy and pointless, and it looks like you are going in circles and you're facing the same issues over and over again. It does not mean that you failed. It's not a disappointment. It's not a proof about the lack of growth or lack of healing. Everything that has happened in between us, all the healing, all the liberations, all the sense of freedom, all the new insights, all of them were true. You feel like you're not supposed to be at this doubtful and dark place now, after all the things you experienced with me, after all the ways you have seen how faithful and good I am. There is such a shame about doubting, and you feel like you shouldn't feel these things after all the things you know about me. You should be so certain that everything turns out, but you can't be. Your vision gets clouded, but you know it's not how it should be, because you have already had a full conviction of everything turning out just right. And you are a bit angry about yourself, like, how could I lose this clarity of sight? Like, I used to know that God is faithful and everything is just fine. I used to be total peaceful about these things. Why am I facing those struggles again? It's like I'm running in circles. I'm facing the same issues again and again. I'm wasting time. And no, you don't. Jesus says, no, you don't. You're not running in circles. You are falling upwards. You are not falling down. You are not doing pointless circles. You are going on a spiral upwards. And all the things you have to face over and over again. It's not about the previous realizations being not enough or pointless or in vain. Right now, when you face the same issue, my truth can penetrate your inside much deeper than before. Those things come to the surface again because you are on the right path. And because you are on the right path, everything that does not fit this holiness and wholeness of this path you are going on will feel super uncomfortable. Nothing that is of true value will be destroyed. Under those raging stormy waves, there is an endless peaceful body of water. My presence is undisturbed in you. So you face the same lies, the same bad thinking patterns, the same pain again because you have never known those truths at such a depth before. And now it has to happen. At this point of your journey, you have to face them in such a depth. If it wasn't for them coming up, you would never see the truth in such a deep way. And it's not about me sending hardships to you or testing you or using terrible means and hurtful ways to teach you my truth. No, I'm not like that. I can't even tell you how this world is functioning, like who is to blame for what. Stop the blame game altogether. Don't blame yourself, others, or me. The world is way more complex than I could ever describe to you in that language. All I'm saying that when life brings up those hardships, I'm good enough to use it to make you who you actually are. I love you enough to work behind the scenes and make my best plans come to the surface, even through those hardships. You are not off track. You are not lost. You have not committed a sin and therefore you have to suffer for it. There is nothing wrong about you. You don't have to pay for anything. It's not like you open the door for something bad. It's not like you are bad or you're not valuable or you're not doing it right. None of those voices are true. Everything is just fine. You are not off track. You are right on track. You are on the way. That is, I am. These hardships actually happen because you are on the right path. And everything that is not who I originally designed you to be starts to hurt and come to the surface and become uncomfortable. And it's alright. You are not a failure. You're not a disappointment. You are not making pointless circles. You are circling around me and you are coming closer and closer and closer. So when you face the same issues over and over again, it's not pointless circles. It's falling upward. Flying upward on a spiral. Sometimes it feels like there's nothing good about what's going on. I have just fallen back. I have just missed it. I just made some mistake that I have to suffer the consequences of. In some cases it's a little bit true, but you don't have to analyze this. You don't have to pay any more attention to yourself and what's right and what's wrong and what you should change at all of that. Change comes by looking at me, not by looking at you. So stop looking at yourself. These things are happening exactly because you are right where you should be. You are circling around me. Your life circles around me. And it causes all the things that are not of me, that does not belong to the true you, fall away. In this fire, everything that is of no value, that is trash, that is junk, is getting burned away. And only the pure gold remains. So you are invincible. There is an incorruptible seed in you. You can't be destroyed. What is truly valuable, what is truly you, is untouchable and untouched. You will never be abandoned. It's not like you are lost. There's nothing lost about you. You are where you should be. You are in my hands. And I'm not talking about your hardships as if I don't care. I do care. I care so much that I want to show this truth about this situation, that it's not about you or what you've done well or unwell, what you must have done before. It's not about you falling back. It's not about your growth or healing is being undone and you're going backwards. It's not about any of that. This is the next step of your journey of becoming who you actually are. Because I want you to be as healed as you actually are. I want you to be as free as you actually are. I want you to be as close to me as you actually are. One day you will know that at your lowest point and at your highest height, you have been perfectly healed and perfectly well and perfectly one with me. All this journey is only happening for your mind. You have always been found in me. You have always been here, and you will always be, and nothing can, and no one can take you from my hands. This is a road that not even the fools can miss. You don't have to be anxious about whether you've done just right. You don't have to keep yourself on that road. You want me, that's enough. I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna keep you there. All those hardships are not happening because you are not on the road. You're not on the way anymore. Those hardships happen exactly because you are on the way, and everything that is not compatible with my original thought about you will be burned away. And this burning can hurt. It feels like hurt because you cling to them, you are attached to them, you don't want to let them go for a while, and it hurts, but it's all just fine. You have identified yourself with all those things for so long that you actually feel like it is you, that they are you, but they are just parts of you that have never really belonged to you. And at this point of your journey, you must let them go. And it's a gift. It's a gift that life forces you to let go of all those things that are not truly you. It's not like I test you or I make you suffer to teach you things. I'm not like that. But I'm good enough to make you who you actually are. By the various happenings of life that happen for all kinds of reasons. It's okay that you're sad. It's okay that it's too much. It's okay that you doubt me or doubt yourself. Everything is just fine. You have bad feelings, then whatever. You have no faith for certain things. Fine. You don't have to keep a certain level of clarity and then punish yourself if you lost it. I used to have such a clarity and faith about these things. Why do I don't have those? right now. It's all fine. These things coming to the surface are the proofs of you being on the right track. Just trust me and trust yourself. The way I am present in you, the way I am love in you, the way I am peace in you, the way I am good in you and clever in you. All these voices try to make you doubt me, but also doubt you. Like, it must be my fault that I ended up here again. Trust, even yourself, even your love for me. I know your heart is right. You should know it too. Your heart is right about me. You are circling around me. If you're running circles, you're circling around me for sure. You're not wasting your time. You're not wasting away your life. You are in this because you love me. I know exactly why you are here. If you wanted to run away, you have run away. We have run away for a long time, but you didn't. Because you want me. Because you want to live the fullness of who you actually are. You are on the right track. The raging storms are going to calm down. And you will find yourself where you have always been, at the center of my endless presence. I love you. You can stay here for a couple of minutes or maybe half an hour and just stay in that peace. You can stop the video. I'm not gonna make a silent half an hour at the end, but you can. At least I won't record it. But if you have just like 2 minutes, just stay for 2 minutes. Just sitting in the silence of this peace. Amen.